9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Good evening. Happy Friday. Welcome to our Honey Night Smackdown post show with Wrestling with Honey as part of Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. I am your hostess with the mostest, the sweetest oos, queen of the honey pot and WWT. And we are back for our quick review post show of our Honey Night Smackdown watch along. And tonight was quite eventful. So I just wanted to run through everything really quickly. I know I've taken up 2 hours of your time already. I won't take up too long or too much, but let's just get right into it, shall we? We kicked it off pretty much with Solo Sikoa and the Temu Bloodline pretty much talking their smack the way they always have been the last couple of weeks, demanding respect and of course anticipating hyping us up for the highly anticipated match that's going to be taking place between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa come January 6th for Raw on Netflix. So Drew McIntyre came out afterwards and he pretty much lets them know that he will not launch an attack on Solo Sikoa as long as he takes out Roman Reigns for good. And pretty much Jimmy Uso was there, who blindsided Drew McIntyre and hit him with his crutch and pretty much was just beating him out of the arena, which was a surprise because I wasn't expecting to see that. But so far, things are looking a little bit hectic in the world of Drew McIntyre as well as the Team Bloodline, especially with the fact that there were 3 other men that also have a bone to pick with Solo Sikoa, and their names are LA Knight, Andrade, and Apollo Cruz. So we kicked it off with a 6-man tag match with the Bloodline versus LA Knight, Andrade, and Apollo Cruz. Unfortunately, they could not get the job done. The Bloodline still came out on top. Pretty much Sikoa wrapped it up with a hip attack, spinning solo on Apollo Cruz, and then the Samoan spike for the finish. We also had the Grayson Waller effect and Austin Theory effect, apparently. And their special guest was that big SOB, Mr. Braun Strowman himself, who was pretty much in Christmas mode, handing out t-shirts to the crowd. And they pretty much poked the bear. They poked the bear, but there was one person who poked the bear even more so than Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. It was Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo Hayes has had a bone to pick with, Carmelo Hayes I hope he's got his running shoes on tonight because Braun Strowman definitely has a bone to pick with him and he's definitely not finished with him. But Carmelo Hayes and Braun Strowman did end up in a one-on-one match. And unfortunately for Braun Strowman, Carmelo Hayes won via count out. And it was quite crazy the way it happened because I've never seen a count out happen that way, from a big man throwing somebody back in the ring and not making it to the ring in time. But also, we also went back from the break. Braun Strowman was still looking for Carmelo Hayes. He attacked him from behind. And that was that. And of course, Braun Strowman is still not finished with him. So there will be more to that story, I'm sure, going forward to the end of the year. Then we also had one-on-one action between Johnny Gargano and Alex Shelley. This was a really, really good. I thought this was a really, really good match. Considering the history these two have, there was a lot of dynamics that showed you why they are both exactly in the positions that they are in. They are both former indie stars and former friends turned foes and have known each other and have had history for the last 20 years on the road. But shout outs to them for having such great chemistry in the ring. They told the story, and there's going to be so much more happening with that due to the fact that Tommaso Ciampa and Chris Sabin did almost get somewhat kind of involved. So I'm sure that will lead to a one-on-one match later on between those two gentlemen next week. And unfortunately, the winner ended up being Johnny Gargano. And it was a sneaky win, sneaky pin, and pretty crazy look for Johnny Gargano to win that way, considering that he always wins fair and square. Shout outs to everybody in the chat joining us. Thank you so much. Just going over everything real briefly, real quickly. I know I've taken up a lot of time for everybody, so I don't want to spend too much time. And then of course we finally had Bianca Belair and Naomi in the main event. Of course, Naomi was filling in for Jade Cargill due to injury to defend the tag team championship against the challengers, and that consisted of the Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax, as well as the SmackDown Women's Champion. And her partner was Candice LeRae, the Poison Pixie. Unfortunately, there was a little mean girl action in the back. The girls were bullying Tiffy, which I don't appreciate. But Tiffy felt some kind of way, even though she was told to stay backstage. She did not listen, and she was trying to help Nia Jax. And before she could help Nia Jax, the referee caught them. So the referee caught pretty much Tiffy trying to hand over the briefcase to Nia Jax, and with that, there was a lot of distractions everywhere, and pretty much Naomi was able to capitalize on the situation and pull the moonsault off on for the win. And still, your WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi, big 2 out of 3. At least we know the tag team titles are still in the right hands. And that was pretty much it for the night. No Roman Reigns. No Cody Rhodes. We did hear from Kevin Owens, who had a lot of words for Cody, which I'm sure we're going to get into another match between those two. So there's going to be a lot going on going forward. Make sure you guys stay tuned till next week on Raw. We got a lot happening there as well. We have the last couple of Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns before the new year. It's going to be a great time. Make sure you guys tune into all things WWT here, because we got a lot of cool things that are going to be coming up. Please keep in mind that WWT Live is going to be taking a break from our Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday weekly review shows. But there will be watch-alongs, and there will be debates, and there will be a WWT award show. So make sure you guys hang around and stick around and stay tuned and subscribe and follow us, because you want to keep up with everything that we got going on. We have new merch. We're going to have a new website, new year. Who this? It's going to be so much fun. But I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. We will resume here for our Honey Night Smackdown watch along next week, as well as the post show. So make sure you tell your friends. And it will be the holidays. So come festive, bring your holiday cheer, and bring all that good wrestling energy. And we could talk all that good wrestling ish that I like. But in the meantime, you guys can follow me on all things Wrestling with Honey, Wrestling with Honey Facebook, Wrestling with Honey TikTok, Instagram, Wrestling with Honey as well. And like and subscribe the Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. I hope you have a safe and wonderful holiday. And just be happy, be merry, be grateful, be thankful. Enjoy your new year. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you believe in. I wish you well, and I love you guys. And I will be talking to most of you on the socials. If not, we'll meet here again next week. And I cannot wait to see what 2025 is going to look like for WWE and WWT. So I'm looking forward to it. Shout outs to everybody in the chat from the watch along. Shout outs to everybody in the chat here tonight. Shout outs to our viewers. Shout outs to the team, Courtney, Mayor, Councilman, Professor, TK, everybody else, Jacob, and I can't get all the names out right now. Dion as well. Yeah, man, this has just been a great ride with you guys, and I love you guys, and I've grown so fond of you all, and I look forward to doing this every week. So you guys make it so worth it for me. But I appreciate you. I love you. Be safe. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. All the above. And be safe, y'all. This is your girl, Wrestling with Honey, the queen bee of WWT, the sweetest oos, queen of the honey pot and honey pot predictions, signing off from our Honey Night Smackdown watch along post show with Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. Ciao, guys.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at wwtalkpod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at wwtalkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.